Haig needs a 2-putt bogey to win here on number 72 at the Rusty Putter in St. John. Ooh. He zips that one past the hole, and with that tap in, another 3-putt puts Haig and Perry score through 72.
Look at that.
We're in. We're live.
We're live. 0 viewers as usual. I rocking the fat guy in a little coat operation here because tried to go out ugly Christmas sweater and
gingerbread.
A little gingerbread. A very famous SNL skit. Yeah, something about putting something in a box.
I got bears.
Yeah, the bears.
I don't even know. It feels right.
Looks classy. We got some good dip here.
Sabrina made dip. We're not sure what it's called. It's got pomegranate. It's got cranberries. It's very festive.
It looks like these Christmas martinis that were at the Novus Christmas party last night.
How was that?
It was all right, Went to a little Frankfurt action, Francesca's.
Okay.
Some Italian food.
Cool.
Wasn't too bad. Had a couple 2-3 vodkas, and
there you go.
We'll call it a day. But
what we got today?
I think we just got Christmas in the Rusty Putter today.
We do. It's coming together.
This place is coming up real nice. One of these days we'll get like a real camera thing in here, and we'll take everyone on a tour. Probably eat these the whole time.
All right, let's get this dip out of here.
We won't talk about anything. So it is Christmas time. All we've done all year was talk about poor takes on sports, bad golf, good golf, bad football, good football, bad budgeting, good budgeting,
baseball, a little bit of NBA in there.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a year. So the Bears aren't going to make the playoffs. The Bulls suck. The Blackhawks suck.
Yeah.
The Cubs didn't get Shohei Ohtani.
Nope. Another sad day in Chicago.
2024 looking like this. You want to know what's good though for 2024?
What's that?
Interest rates, mortgage rates have been
going down?
climbing down or sliding down. I guess climbing up, sliding down.
Sliding down.
Yeah, and all of a sudden, we go from these high 7s in most cases to very low 7s, a couple 6s in there.
Little 6 action.
Yeah, and I think that they're calling for like middle 6s, lower 6s by middle of next year.
Wow. That should unfreeze things a little bit, huh?
It should bring more buyers to the market. Now, the problem still is inventory. And we've talked about this before. If you don't have inventory, you're going to have prices continue to rise.
Right. So if the rates come down, the prices go up. What's the difference?
Yeah. Well, I mean, you're just at that point, you're now shopping with way more buyers competing against you. It becomes Black Friday every day, or you ever see those videos like Walmart where people are just attacking each other over
that doesn't happen anymore, right? Because of online stuff, or is that like still a thing?
I hope it's still a thing. I camped out in front of a Best Buy like one time when I was 17.
What were you getting?
Like the first Xbox.
Yeah. Halo.
Maybe Halo. Maybe it was like Madden. I don't know, 2000 or something like that. I wasn't really any good at video games, so it didn't work out so well for me. But yeah, interest rates finally coming down, buyers coming back out. If you're going to be in that spot, though, where you are waiting on your tax refund here in the beginning of the year and using that for a down payment, or using that to clear up credit, get in touch with us now. That way we can have the plan ready to go. We can be knocking out the base hits right now, have you on third base, one out, and your best hitter up come March. Because as soon as winter breaks, we start to see buyer activity, bam, 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 and then next thing you know, you got 15 people bidding on the same house again. It is what it is.
Yeah,
Christmas and Hollis.
So I got a question for you.
What do we got?
So you hear about the Fed's meeting and cutting rates. Is that directly correlated to the mortgage market, or is it not the same thing? What is it?
That is not directly correlated to the mortgage market. However, mortgage-backed securities are what actually drive mortgage interest rates. They're set up in coupons based on your return. Okay. So your note rates or your interest rate on your actual mortgage, depending on what those are, determines what coupon or what bond that they get bundled into and sold. What happens is when the Fed begins to cut rates, what they're doing is saying that they're going to ease. It's a variation of financial policy easing.
Okay.
They want to loosen up. They want more credit to be extended.
Yeah.
So they raised rates up to fight inflation. They lower rates when they try to stimulate borrowing. So it's not necessarily
spending.
Yeah. So realistically, what we're trying to do is we're trying to drive more liquidity into the mortgage-backed security market.
Okay.
The only way you're going to get that is with the Fed cutting and saying, hey, we're forecasting maybe 2 to 3 rate cuts next year. Well, now everyone's looking, okay, when people get into an interest rate in the 6s, they're going to be less inclined to refinance in the first 2 to 3 years if they automatically start at a 6. The big fear originally when rates ran up to high 7s, low 8s, the middle of last year, or the middle of this year, was that these people are going to refinance immediately. Refinancing helps you out as a consumer, helps us out as another sale, right?
Right.
But when you're a bondholder and you're expecting returns in longer term repayment runs, it doesn't work out so well.
Gone.
Yeah, so that all of a sudden when you don't have any demand for that product, well, all of a sudden the price, it just gets all messy. No one wants, I got to keep going up on rate until someone's willing to take that risk.
Gotcha.
So that's something to be on the lookout for.
Okay.
Some good news though, like they finally ran it up and they realized that they may have ran the Fed funds rate up a little bit too high.
At least they got in control of that because that inflation was wild, man.
Oh, I'm sure. And on the insurance side, right? You guys are probably dealing with all your material costs on claims going up. You're waiting forever on car claims, right?
Yeah, cost of labor, cost of parts. I mean, everything just went crazy.
So isn't there usually on your guys' side with inflation, isn't there an inflation endorsement or some of that kind of stuff when most home insurance policies?
Those are usually come with the policy. So just instead of every year saying, oh, what's it going to cost to rebuild my house if it burns down? Just there's a rider that automatically bumps it up a certain percentage every year to keep pace.
That's something you recommend?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Is that something that a scrupulous cost-cutting insurance agent might negate or use to try to save a borrower a couple bucks or save a customer a couple bucks?
Pull that off. You could do a couple things that you wouldn't want to do. So it's always good to get good advice.
That's the biggest thing, working with professionals. I think we alluded to this earlier. This is what happens when you don't maybe work with professionals.
Oh boy.
Or you work with a professional, but maybe that professional just isn't quite your guy here. So obviously, Smokey Robinson, professional singer, right, from Detroit, Motown guy.
Told me that you used to live in Detroit across the street from me, and gosh, that's beautiful. How you doing again?
This is my version of you got trigger
nice
leads.
Talking to you again, I guess. But anyway, you're living in Vancouver now,
We'll speed
and
this
they
part
want
up
me
to
to
the
wish
good part.
you happy
Happy
Chinooka.
Happy Chinooka.
I have no idea what Chinooka is, but happy Chinooka because they said so. Anyway, God bless you,
It's a
babe,
cameo.
and enjoy.
It's a
Chinooka.
cameo.
Have a wonderful time.
So what do you I was trying to figure out how we could, this is probably one of the funniest things I've seen in a long time, but this is what happens when you go to some place that has the glitz and the glam, right? Smokey Robinson, I don't know how many awards for music, right?
Yeah.
But doesn't actually do any research. They don't do it. They just run with the name and aren't there to give you good advice or give you good quality service, right? We deal with this, and it's finally the Mortgage Bankers Association is getting involved with Congress with this trigger lead situation. So we pull your credit. I think you were talking about this a while back in the summer, right? You get 105 phone calls.
Crazy.
It's so one of the things that you want to teach people, optoutprescreen.com, great place to go. You can register to opt out of pre-screen credit offers for 5 years. Just a little tip like that, but that's the stuff that goes on in the industry, right? So all of a sudden you got Smokey Robinson calling you saying, hey, do you want a mortgage? And let me get you some insurances. You just get people that don't really do this. They just work at a call center and they just wait for an alert to pop up that says that, hey, Adam or Tony applied for a mortgage. Call them, pretend like you work halfway with their company, half not.
Yeah.
And whatever you're going to do, you're going to be able to offer them something better.
Yeah.
And better isn't I think that's one of the biggest things maybe next year we need to talk about. Better isn't always the same for everybody.
That's true.
the lowest interest rate, the lowest insurance premium, both of them, not always the best situation, right? Lowest interest rate on our side oftentimes comes with the highest fees,
Right.
the higher cash to close, higher money, more money out of pocket. For you guys, lower insurance premium means what? Undercovered?
Less coverage, yeah. I mean, that's the only way to get it done. If you want to lower premiums, it means you're assuming more risk. You may not know what that risk is.
Is there anything like what in particular, if you're looking at a homeowner's insurance policy, where would a cutthroat place maybe cut some?
I think in the Midwest, the super expensive part of your policy is your basement. So adding coverage for if water comes up your drain or your pump, sump pump, it's expensive. So most people or some cut rate companies won't add it. So give it a $1,500 a year premium. That might be a $400 expense. So 30% or more. And it's really easy to say no to that. But even if you get a half an inch of water in your basement, it's a $15,000-$20,000.
Well, that's so like, even if it's 400, well, let's use easy math. It's $480 extra a year. It's $40 a month.
Yeah.
To not have to worry about the mess of water. Like water creates all kinds of problems. You get mold, all kinds of, just wet, damp stuff. You got to get things pulled out of there.
Yeah, it's expensive.
Have you ever cut out like wet carpet out of a basement to lug it up the stairs? It's atrocious, and you just never know, right? So that's like that type of coverage is if your sump pump fails, power goes out, all that stuff. So that's like, I think some people get confused about, is that flood coverage? And it's like, no, flood coverage is when water's coming over the foundation.
Right.
And you're in a special flood hazard area.
Exactly.
You talk to us. And that's, I think, one of the other interesting parts about the industry is, FHA and the mortgage side, all the government loan places used to not allow for private flood insurance. Right. And now they're allowing for it because the cost of flood insurance is so high.
Right.
But do you want to be calling some place that really is just trying to
in India?
Yeah. Well, I mean, basically, right?
Yeah.
That has no idea what's going on. And all of a sudden, because you were only paying $40 a month versus 130 or 140, and you got a stream coming through your living room, best of luck to you. It's an insurance is an interesting part of your entire financial puzzle because you don't want to work all of this to not have the appropriate coverage. You give everything back.
Exactly.
I don't know. I think we've bored everyone enough with insurance and interest rates here. Let's talk about the best Christmas song.
Best Christmas song?
Yeah.
Dominic the Donkey.
The Italian Christmas song? Chingity, chingity. I figured you'd probably get that one in. I'm going to go with Christmas in Hollis. Run DMC.
Oh, yeah.
It's a solid one.
It is good.
Yeah, these rhymes are from Daryl. It's a good one. My, as you got young kids now, so any of the any children's favorites?
They're big Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, and then like Rhett was going to bed the other night, he started singing, "You better watch out, better not cry." Like this is hilarious. They get songs in there and they just sing them. It's great.
Holden he'll be singing songs in bed frequently. Like you hear him on the little. However, the other day he's driving with my wife, and they were listening to a little Taylor Swift "Last Christmas."
Yeah,
and I guess he loves that version, and then made her listen to it 6 more times on repeat. She couldn't turn it off.
Oh, God. Mariah Carey coming in.
I mean,
I did learn a Jingle Bells thing. The horse in Jingle Bells is called bobtail.
All right.
Because I always just kind of like when you sung the song, I just like mumbled the words, but bells on bobtail ring, making spirits bright.
All right.
I never knew that. I just thought it was like something. But bobtail is the name of the horse.
So you were today years old when you learned bobtail.
Bobtail.
What a name for a
bells
horse.
on bobtail ring.
Are you making spirits bright? We don't even have snow. Like, this is crazy. Are we even getting snow this Christmas? We're gonna have a white Christmas?
I don't think so. It's gonna be like 40.
Ooh, that's speaking of like crazy insurance policies, right? You always get those insurance companies that will insure that jeweler that will say, "Oh, if you get more than 3 inches of snow, we'll give you a free diamond ring."
Yeah.
Call Lloyd's of London on
Not
that.
happening.
No snow there. All right. Anything else we want to hit up on this Christmas episode here? Besides, this thing is getting extremely tight.
No, I
and
can't
hot.
believe you're probably sweating. No, I think it's just a good time of year to chill out, be with family, and get ready for the next year. So good luck to everybody.
That's no easier way to say it right there. Spend time with your family, enjoy it. Don't overspend. Don't overstress. I know that it's one of the things that we've talked about. I guess not us, you and I, but other people that I've talked with. Blue Christmas. Call someone. Like you got plenty of people that'll have you in. All of that stuff. It's been a funky year for a lot of people.
Yeah, very true.
Recharge. Get your that week. I think the best week for financial planning or for taking like a little bit of a break and looking at your entire perspective. The week between Christmas and New Year's.
Yeah.
Pull out your insurance policy. Look at your mortgage. Look at your budget. Run through everything. If you have questions, you can reach Adam at Adam. Adam.
And make sure you get good dips because there's nothing better than a good dip.
Correct. And if you don't have someone in your circle that can make a good dip, Sabrina is available to make dips. However, you then have to use State Farm for your
She dipped, you dip, we dip.
That's a lot of great dips, but a solid dip. I mean, that's the difference between a good Christmas party and a bad Christmas party right there.
When you got a solid dip that starts things off right. Nothing better.
There's nothing better. What do we have in this one? We got what? Cranberry, pomegranate.
We got
onions
and cream cheese, jalapenos, cilantro.
Jalapenos.
What's the name of this dip?
It said holiday dip.
Holiday dip.
Sabrina's holiday dip.
Reindeer.
Available at the Rusty Putter until 11 a.m. After that, Adam and Tony are taking it out and they're going to go drive around and eat the rest of it.
Yeah.
Other than that, happy holidays, whichever ones you guys celebrate. Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, Christmas, Chinooka, Smoky to Chinooka.
I don't know what Chinooka is.
Chinooka. Like, how do you even, I guess they probably specifically put the C in front of it. It's not like the regular one. With that though, I'm gonna have to go listen to Adam Sandler Hanukkah songs, part 1 through 4, because Lenny Kravitz and Courtney Love. It's a funky badass Jew.
There we go.
All right, that's it. Have a great holiday. We'll see you guys after Christmas.
Yep. This dip is good, by the way.